Okay, hello everybody. Here in the very beginning was the problem. This is for the first time I saw the problem like this. It is said that video or audio stream is absent. So I just reloaded the application, YouTube application, and started again. And now seems that everything is good. Okay, so 9th of August 2020. Sunday. My name is Sergey Baklikov and I continue my road trip. I still continue this and of course will continue this until St. Petersburg on this rented car. This is Hyundai Solaris. It's a kind of budget option, but in the same time here is everything what I need. Okay, and here I stopped in the center of Tyumen and beginning my live stream right here right now. Keep joining. I see that's already 90 people watching, 44 likes. Give more likes. And let's start exploring it. Dudes, this is Tyumen, Russia. This is actually the Ural federal, how to say, region. But in the same time, we already can consider this as the Siberia as well. I continue my Ural trip, Ural road trip, and this summer this is already the fourth stage of my road trip. Let me remind you that I have started this at the about 18th of June. The first stage of the road trip was all along the Volga River, the cities and towns on Volga River. Then I came to Moscow. Then there was the second stage. It was the Golden Ring, all 8 official towns of the Golden Ring of Russia. Then the Republic of Karelia, Leningrad region, Pskov region, and now finally this fourth stage. And this is the Ural trip. The Ural trip that I have started 3 days ago. This is already the third video. The first video was made in Magnitogorsk. There I came from Ufa to Magnitogorsk, which is the steel heart, so-called steel heart of Russia, steel capital of Russia. Then I went to Chelyabinsk, the 7th largest city in Russia and the 2nd largest city in Urals, Chelyabinsk. I've been there yesterday. And today I'm in Tyumen. I drove for like 450 kilometers from Chelyabinsk to Tyumen, and now I'm here. Now I'm in Tyumen. You know, Tyumen is in 1,860 kilometers from Moscow, so it's kind of lots. It's like 1,000 miles. And from St. Petersburg, I am now in 2,555 kilometers. So now I'm in 2,555 kilometers from where I live. And actually, Tyumen is going to be during this road trip, it's going to be the most distant point, because from Tyumen, I will not go deeper to the Siberia, but I will go to the west. I will go to Yekaterinburg, and then from Yekaterinburg to Perm, from Perm to Kirov, from Kirov to Vologda, and finally I will get to St. Petersburg. And that's all going to be exciting. Yeah. Tyumen. Keep joining this live stream, and today we will talk more about Tyumen and we'll see what it is all about. It's going to be interesting city. And you know, the first thing. Здравствуйте. Как поживаете?
Хорошо.
Я впервые в Тюмени. Я хотел спросить, вы любите свой город?
Ну а как? Мы уж 60 лет живем здесь.
Прекрасно.
Очень любим.
Хорошо.
Гуляем.
Ну я вот сейчас только ознакомлюсь еще. I said that, how you feeling? They said, okay. I said, do you love your city? She said that, yeah, like for sure. We already living here for 60 years. When I came here, the first what I've noticed that even though this is only the first decades of August, actually 9th of August today, but I already can see the first almost unnoticeable, but I already can see this like the first evidence of an upcoming autumn, because yeah, like the trees a little bit more yellowish than, let's say, in Ufa or in St. Petersburg. So little by little it seems like yeah, in Siberia the autumn gonna come a little bit earlier. That's the first what I've noticed here. The next thing that's very important to know about Tyumen, that in difference from Magnitogorsk and from Chelyabinsk, this city, even though it is located in the like Ural slash Siberia, however, it's not as, how to say, um, heavily industrial city as Magnitogorsk and Chelyabinsk. So from the ecological points of view, this is much, much better than Chelyabinsk and than Magnitogorsk. Why? Because look, the thing is, here is no, how to say, steel, iron and steel works as in Magnitogorsk, and here is also no iron and steel works like in Chelyabinsk. But here is everything mostly about an oil. But look, what's interesting that there is no oil in the land of Tyumen itself. You see, Tyumen is like an oil is located in a Tyumen region. It's like more distant than Tyumen. But here, what they are making, here they are just making the administrative parts, all the administrative. So it's like pretty great. The oil located is not exactly here, but they administrate it, and actually all that industry in this region, they pay taxes here. So here in this city, here is a lot of money. And in 2018, in one of the ratings, Tyumen was admitted as like number one town for a comfort living. Yeah, like at least this fact is really makes sense, because look, they have a lot of money from oil, but in the same time they don't have an oil exactly here, and all those like bad for ecology manufacturers. That's interesting, I think. And look, also now the mayor of Moscow, Sergei Sobyanin, he actually was invited for a work in Moscow from Tyumen. Here he was the mayor of Tyumen from 2001 to 2005, okay? And probably it seems like he was as effective as they are invited, exactly him, to come and to take care about Moscow. And here in Russia we have like even such a saying now, how Moscow became even better with Sergei Sobyanin. Some modern architecture. Tyumen. I am now in 2,555 kilometers from St. Petersburg. Uh, I really wanted to go even deeper to Siberia, but no fate to make it at this time. Maybe next time. in one of the next road trips. So here I'm still like in a Siberia, but like in a pre-Siberia. You know, same as Chelyabinsk, it is also considered like the gates to Siberia. The gates to Siberia, but just in difference from Chelyabinsk, a little bit higher, on a higher longitude. Челябинск, Tyumen, Tyumen. This is one of the most exciting parts, about these road trips that actually I'm finding out about. I'm exploring everything together with you. For example, now, for the first time of my life, I'm walking through the streets. I'm for the first time in this city, and everything happens here, right on your eyes, non-stop, no fake, no bullshit. And yeah, I let me tell you once again that I'm bringing the live streams to a whole new level. The temperature today is pretty hot, plus 27, plus 28 degrees. Even now, I feel like even a little bit humid. Yeah, I feel it's pretty hot. Tyumen, admitted in 2018 as one of the most comfortable cities of Russia for a living. In a moment when Moscow and St. Petersburg appear to be like only in a second 10. Well, of course, it's kind of subjective. For example, in Moscow, maybe, for example, there's a lot of traffic jams, and it's like decrease the level of the comfort, exactly the comfort. Who knows? Or maybe more frequent rains in St. Petersburg compared to Tyumen, and maybe it's like gave also less points or something. Adrina, I'm sorry if I pronounced it not correct. Bello, the first super chat for today. Привет, Sergey. Shout out to any Venezuelans watching. Keep the videos coming. No fake, no bullshit. Thank you very much. Yeah, don't forget about the super chats, because that's how I formed the budget for all of these road trips. Let me tell you once again that all the super chats just for forming the budget. When I came back from the Republic of Karelia for more than a week, I've been just to St. Petersburg. I filmed all of those, streets in St. Petersburg, Nevsky, all of those beautiful girls and street musicians and stuff like that, and Moskovsky Prospect, Kupchina, and so and so. And all this time I was getting the super chats, and that's how I've got the budget for a new trip. And I'm making this. This is already the third video. I started in Ufa. I drove from Ufa to Magnitogorsk, then from Magnitogorsk to Chelyabinsk, and finally today for like 7 hours. Well, of course, like with 2 stops for a chill, I came to Tyumen. The streets of Respubliki, like Republic Street. Tyumen. It was founded in 1586 and actually considered as the first Russian city in Siberia. It was founded here as a fortress. Nothing new from this point of view. Most of Russian towns were founded as the fortresses on the banks of the rivers. And exactly this city was founded by an order of Fyodor Ivanovich, Tsar Fyodor Ivanovich. This is the third son of Ivan the Fourth, also known as Ivan the Terrible. Look, this is an office building of one of the biggest oil companies in Russia. It's Transneft Sibir. It's like Trans Oil Siberia. I think they are doing pretty good. With the fact that they actually don't dig an oil here, but administrate it here and like charging the taxes here, and it all goes for the development of this city. Okay, so as I told you, it was founded in 1586 by an order of Fyodor Ivanovich, who was the third son of Ivan the Terrible. It was founded by his associates. They came here, founded it here, and they say that starting from exactly Tyumen, the Russia back then, more like Great Moscow Duchy, started the great expansion to Siberia and even more to the Far East. Gargi1, this channel makes the world a better place. Thank you so much. Tyumen. Oh, look, it's interesting how here everybody stops, and here is you can cross the street the way you want. You can go this way, you can go like this, and like this. No matter what you want. Coffee like is everywhere. I saw coffee like in every town, almost in every town I recently visited. Tyumen. And before that, it actually was the territory of, well, let's say, kind of generally, but like the Mongol. The Republic streets. I'm not sure though why it is called like it's dedicated to the Republic, because I never read that Tyumen ever was something like a republic. Look, Seems like they don't have the problem with transportation. Look, 7 buses in a row. Yeah, and it's Sunday evening. It's already almost 7 p.m. You know. And this is what we call marшрутное taxi. It's like a route taxi. It's a commercial. It's a commercial bus. It's a taxi, but which goes by the fixed route. And yeah, the price there is not like when you order the private taxi. And the big buses like this is usually the state bus companies. Мы хотим видеть дальше, чем окна дома напротив. Мы хотим жить, мы живучи, как кошки. Слышишь шелест плащей? Это мы. Дальше действовать будем мы. Plov lounge. Plov lounge. Shawarma. Plov. Okay. Whoa. Look, the State Drama Theater. CMAC #1 fun. Thank you, big time. Look, this is the State Drama Theater, and I know that this is the biggest. This is the biggest building of drama theater in Russia. Whoa. Awesome neoclassical architecture. This is a big time, I think. Drama theater. Yeah, here is actually, they also pay a lot of attention for a cultural life. Same as in Magnitogorsk, as in Chelyabinsk. By the way, I forgot to tell you that the population in Tyumen is 807,000 residents. This is less than in Chelyabinsk, where there's like 1.1 million, but more than in Magnitogorsk, where there's like 400,000 residents. But even in Magnitogorsk, they have drama theater, they have a theater of opera and ballet. And also here in Tyumen, they have Philharmonic, and they have the Philharmonic Orchestra of Tyumen region. And I remember how in March, just in March of this year, they were coming to St. Petersburg, and they performed in the concert hall of Mariinsky Theater. And I remember how at the 10th of March of this year, I went exactly to the concerts of this Tyumen Philharmonic Orchestra concerts, and they played, you know what they played? They are performed the 10th Symphony of Dmitri Shostakovich, which was actually dedicated to the death of Stalin. As soon as Stalin died in 1953, also in March, Dmitri Shostakovich was inspired to write that symphony. And so when they performed this in March, it was, I think, dedicated to that date. Like an anniversary since the Stalin's death. And they were pretty good. They were pretty good. Scherzo, the second part was awesome, especially. The second part of 10th Symphony of Dmitri Shostakovich is like the musical portrait of Stalin, at least how Shostakovich felt about it. This is really huge. Way bigger than even in Moscow and in St. Petersburg. Big time. Whoa. Слышишь шелест плащей? Это мы. Drama theater. Awesome. Neoclassical architecture. Тюменский драматический театр. Tyumen Drama Theater. Whoa, this is a big time. Now let's look at the panorama of the square. I believe it's called like theatrical square. Слышишь шелест плащей? Это мы. И вот мы пришли заявить о своих правах. Да, слышишь шелест плащей? Это мы. It's late Soviet Union building. Those who worrying about me to go to the embankment, of course I will go to the embankment. No worries. No worries. Слышишь шелест плащей? Это мы. By the way, I've heard like from every person who ever been to Tyumen and who ever talked with the locals, all the locals absolutely love their city. Here is mostly the patriots. It's like never you will hear complaining guys here. Mostly you will not meet the winners. I mean whiners who winning about his life in Tyumen or about the city. This is the electric cars rentals. I like the design of the toilets. This is the toilet. Мы родились в тесных квартирах спальных районов. Awesome, awesome. I like this square, and I absolutely love the building of drama theater. And I absolutely love the sign here. The sign here tells счастье, what means happiness. Happiness. Well, of course, from here I see it's like backwards and from and reversed, but I still can read it. I think what can be better than just to see the sign telling счастье, happiness. Well, that's how you have to read it, you know? Счастье. Счастье, вот оно. Счастье есть, его не может не быть. Тынь, 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 тынь. Счастье есть. Счастье есть. Тынь, 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 тынь. Look, now you can see in the same time two awesome things. Me and drama theater. Tyumen drama theater, which is the biggest drama theater by the volume of building in Russia. Слышишь шелест плащей? Это мы. Let's go inside the theater for a show. Well, it's Sunday. It's 7 p.m. Okay, now I need to go through the underpass. I hope the internet will not disappear there. So I will try to go this through, break on through to the other side. I will try to make it quick. And I keep going through the Republican Street, улица Республики. Late Soviet Union architecture, functionalism. Actually, for disabled people, here is an elevator, or just for lazy mofos. those who keep joining and not sure where we are, let me tell you that today, after Chelyabinsk, I came to the town of Tyumen, which is also kind of big city, the third biggest in Siberian region and the 18th biggest in the whole Russia, which is not bad at all. Because let me remind you that in Russia we have 1,115 towns. So like to be in the top 20, that's pretty great. This is like Siberia, but not really Siberia yet. It's like pre-Siberia. This is also considered same as Chelyabinsk, also considered like the gates to Siberia. It's Ural/Siberia. I'm now in 1,800 kilometers from Moscow. It's like exactly 1,000 miles because we know that 1 mile is 1.8 kilometers, right? And I'm in 2,555 kilometers from St. Petersburg. Actually, from here, little by little, I will go to St. Petersburg. Unfortunately, I will not go deeper into this Siberia, but I will continue the Ural trip, and already tomorrow in the morning, I will go to Yekaterinburg. Then Yekaterinburg, which is the fourth biggest city in Russia. The first is Moscow, then St. Petersburg, the third Novosibirsk, and the fourth biggest city, Yekaterinburg. Tyumen. As I told you, in difference from Magnitogorsk and Chelyabinsk, this is ecologically much better town because in difference from Magnitogorsk, here is no iron and steel works. And same about Chelyabinsk, there's also iron and steel works. There's also a huge electric plants, and there is Chelyabinsk tractor factory. Here they have an oil, but what's interesting, the oil is located not exactly on the land of where is Tyumen, but in a Tyumen region. And look, but they control it, they administrate it, they, how to say, they administrate it and they are charging the taxes here. Valeria Martinez, thank you very much. Awesome super sticker, number 1. In 2018, by the version of one of the ratings, this is the most comfortable city for a living in Russia. Maybe because like here is a lot of money, that's the region and the town, city, to me, getting from the oil industry. In the same time, it's ecologically okay. Lava, Java, lava. I changed my pants today. Pretty cool. Thank you. Улица Республики, the Republic Street. Escolican. For fist bump. Pretty great. How is the cost of living in this city? Sarah, thank you for a question, but to say honest, I'm not sure because I just never like lived the life here. But I don't think that it's much different. It's much different from the central Russia. Tyumen is founded in 1586, let me remind you, by an order of Russian Tsar Fyodor Ivanovich, the third son of Ivan the Fourth, Ivan the Terrible. It was the first Russian city in Siberia, and exactly with the founding of Tyumen in 16th century, Russia started its expansion to the Siberia and even deeper to Far East. But back then, let me tell you that actually Tyumen was only a province of the city of Tobolsk. We say Tobolsk. It's located, it's not far from Tyumen. Back then, in the beginning of 18th century, it was the center. It was the local like center, you know, and Tyumen was only the province of it. But everything changed after through Tyumen went Trans-Siberian Railway, and also the railway which connected Tyumen with Yekaterinburg. This is another example of how some political decisions affecting the life big time. Like you remember, I was telling you about the history of St. Petersburg. Let's say Peter the Great, he got the decision to, how to say, to reshare all the power from Volga to the Baltics. And that's how St. Petersburg became the main city. But if it would be different, then now let's say the town like St. Petersburg could be Yaroslavl or maybe Kostroma, stuff like that. And here as well, maybe the city of Tobolsk still would be like the bigger than Tyumen. But the history turns another way. And the town got Trans-Siberian Railway, and that was a big thing for the development of the economy. So now vice versa, Tobolsk compared to Tyumen is a province. Now it's Tobolsk, the province of Tyumen. That's why I love the history. I mean, it's really awesome facts. The restaurant, which is called Счастье, happiness. You see, people are happy here. And also, you know, here they have a slogan, the best city on earth. Yes, I'm not misspoken. On earth, not even in Russia, but on earth. And of course, the final stage of a big development of Tyumen became when they started to develop an oil industry in 1960s. Also in Tyumen, people love to say that they have like the most beautiful girls in Russia. But this is actually what many towns loves to tell about themselves. So it's hard to say how really accurate it is that they have like the most beautiful girls. We keep exploring this. And you know what's also interesting? That's, of course, during World War II, Tyumen also was a rear because it's far. You know, it's even more distant than Chelyabinsk. And besides just people was like an ordinary people was evacuated here. Guess who was also evacuated to Tyumen during the years of World War II? Believe it or not, believe it or not, but in the years of World War II, Tyumen, here in Tyumen was evacuated the body of Vladimir Lenin. Lenin. Look, normally Lenin is in a mausoleum on the Red Square of Moscow, but Moscow was in a threat. So what they did, they moved the body of Lenin here to Tyumen. So during the World War II, the mausoleum of Lenin was here. Ленин, Ленин. Я ленинцем стать настоящим хочу, чтоб смело смотреть мне в глаза Ильичу. Вот такой вот я. I need to get a quick coffee. Здравствуйте. Мне необходим кофе-латте. Да. Большой, беговый.
Дополнительный эспрессо?
Нет, нет. Исключительно латте. Оплата по карте. Карта Тинькофф. Воу. Это лайвстрим. Потому что я тот, кто выводит лайвстримы на совершенно новый, доселе невиданный уровень. Это необходимо понимать очень четко. Окей, окей. Не, ну люди пишут, что они наслаждаются. Да? Видеть вас. Чистейший латте. Lava Java Lava, and Truth Seeker. Thank you guys. Diane Rosenblatt. I'm just having my morning coffee in New York State, United States. Love you, Sergey. Thanks for love. Big time.
Чистейшего.
Да, это чистейшая латте. Спасибо. Ну, спасибо, до свидания. Big time. Okay, here I am. Let's keep exploring Tyumen. Tyumen. One of the most comfortable Russian cities for a living. At least one of the ratings of 2018 tells about it. It's like this is the most. Okay, maybe not the most, but one of. It's interesting. This guy looks like an engineer. I guess it's just like the monument to an engineer. О, прекрасно. The majority of population Russians, like 86%. And then goes Tatars. And sure, for this reason, it's not hard to guess that mostly most of the churches here are into Orthodox Christianity, and Orthodox Christian churches, cathedrals. But I believe must be the mosques as well. We now will have to see the government building, the government of Tyumen region. And then we will go to the embankments, on the river Tura. I, by the way, never yet told you that the town is founded on Tura river. Tura. And meanwhile, we will have to see a lot of examples of wooden architecture, awesome wooden architecture of 18th century. For the reason there never was the war. I mean World War II war, which destroyed so many of wooden architecture of closer to the western borders, cities and towns. Here, not a single building was destroyed, and many of them saved here. Many of them. The thing is, in 18th century, it was a big trading center, on the crossroads of Ural and Siberia. And here was a lot of merchants, manufacturers. For example, here was so much developed the leather craft. And let's say in the end of 19th century, here was about 70 leather craft fabrics, you know, and all of those guys who was running the leather craft fabrics, they were rich, and they were constructing an awesome buildings for themselves right in the center of Tyumen. And here is some of the Stalinist architecture as well. Monumental Stalinist empire. Look at this. Tyumen, another gate to Siberia, same as Chelyabinsk, but just on a higher altitude. Tyumen. Those who just joined, also let me tell you once again that the mayor of Moscow, Sergei Sobyanin, from 2001 to 2005, he was the mayor of Tyumen, and probably the reason why they are invited him to Moscow was that he really was effective on taking care as a mayor about the city of Tyumen. Now what's this? I love it. So another Ural town full of late Soviet Union and pre-revolutionary architecture. The only bad thing that, come on, plastic windows again. And this seems like the building of the main post office. The historical building of the main post office. Coffee is good. I'm still drinking coffee while walking together with you, walking through through Tyumen. Tyumen, Tyumen. Oh yeah, correct. Look, почтамт, what means post office. And still now there's an office as well. Look, somebody launched the drone to show the beauty of this city. Perfect, perfect. Who is it? Who is it? Well, well, well. With a big regards to Ronald. Vladimir Lenin. Right next to the office of the administration of this city. Lenin. Vladimir Lenin, the founder of the Soviet Union. Bolshevik. Ronald. F.U. Lenin. He loves you too. Another awesome neoclassical architecture. I think I read about it that it was in a bad condition, but exactly when Sergei Sobyanin came to the authority, he attracted a lot of money here. By the way, one of the things that Sergei Sobyanin, the mayor of Moscow, back then the mayor of Tyumen, did in Tyumen, that he attracted a lot of money to Tyumen, to the budget. He increased the amount of budget 10 times. 10 times. From 10 billion rubles back then to over 100 billion rubles. Okay, the administration of Tyumen region. We call it oblast. Oblast region. Pretty good. Ленин, я ленинцем стать, настоящим хочу, чтоб смело смотреть мне в глаза Ильичу. How do you like it? And look, this is the house of the Soviets. Дом Советов. The house of the Soviets. I got back to the Republican Street. And here is the sign to photograph. I love Tyumen. The house of the Soviets mean the house of the consuls. I enjoy the time. Absolutely wonderful weather. It's pretty warm. It's super clean. It's awesome architecture. Wow. Monumental Stalinist architecture. Tyumen. Tyumen. Да. Tyumen. Прекрасно, прекрасно. Ленин. What about the trams? Unfortunately, no trams and no trolley buses. Here used to be a huge network of trolley buses, but unfortunately, they decided to remove it. I don't know why. In the moments when, like now, vice versa, the world's transferring to the electric transportation. Maybe that's because Sobyanin lived to Moscow or something. I also noticed that a lot of bikers here. By the way, please let me know how is the connection today. I'm asking because I was surprised today to see that here in Tyumen they have LTE, but this is like 4G. It's not 4G plus. I mean, even in Magnitogorsk, which is twice smaller, and which is never in the ratings of the most comfortable cities, there is like 4G plus. Yes, don't forget to hit the like button. I don't know, I always have the problem with the like. My subscribers love my videos, but they don't love to like. I often see, some way worse videos than mine, but people are getting way more likes for the same amounts of views. Unfortunately, likes are needed for YouTube, to understand that the video is cool. When you just make the cool video, it doesn't understand you're making the cool video just because you're making cool video. It needs an activity. It's likes, even dislikes. It's the amount of time people are watching the video, stuff like that. Look, aqua park, lето. And you know that this is the biggest aqua park in Russia, 130,000 square meters. It is located in 3.5 kilometers from here. Nowadays, the biggest in Russia. Well, I'm not sure if I love this building. It's some kind of very modern architecture. This is an office of Lukoil in Tyumen. Lukoil, one of the biggest oil companies in Russia. And I need to go to the square of Siberian Cat Square. Another very interesting fact about Tyumen. Do you know that it is related directly with St. Petersburg, back then Leningrad? Siberian Cat Square. Okay, let me tell you this story. Unfortunately, in the years of the siege of Leningrad, there disappeared all the cats. And yes, I guess it's nothing wrong to say that all the cats and dogs, they were eaten. And there wasn't the cats in Leningrad, now St. Petersburg, after the World War II. In the same time, there was a lot of rodents, like the rats and stuff like that, maybe mice. And exactly in Tyumen, they have found 238 cats, and they all sent them to St. Petersburg. So that's how Tyumen actually recovers the population of the cats. Now it seems like maybe like the every second or at least third cat initially have the roots with Siberian cats. And those cats are needed because the cats are eating the rodents, and especially they are useful in art galleries. The thing is, the rodents after the World War II in St. Petersburg, they are started like just to eat and to spoil the items of an art, like in Hermitage and stuff like that. So they bring 238 cats, and actually I believe that now maybe every second or every third cat has the relative is the relative of one of those cats they bring back then from Tyumen. Yes, there wasn't the cats in Leningrad after the siege of Leningrad. You see, the history is everywhere, and it's always nice when, uh, as more you travel, as more you learn, then as more in other cities, towns, or villages, you're finding something what is connecting the story of one city with the story of another. And little by little, you start assemble the puzzle in your brain about so many interesting things. This is awesome. I love this way to learn the history. It's not just like to learn it from the frigging history books. I mean, I like history books, but it's just way more boring when you just sit at home and read the book. But here you learn it all, just yourself, okay? Oh, Ingvar Z, cheers. Thank you big time, Ingvar. As I told you, it's pretty good that you're not forgetting about the super chats, because exactly the super chats and super stickers form the budget of all of these road trips. You know, when I came back from the Republic of Karelia, from my previous road trip, what I did, a little bit more than a week, I was just in St. Petersburg, and I was collecting the money for the next road trip. As soon as I've got enough of money, okay, so I came here, and this is already the third town of city of Ural. The first was Magnitogorsk, then Chelyabinsk, today Tyumen, tomorrow it will be Yekaterinburg, then Perm, and more and more, and after all, I will get back to St. Petersburg. Look, the Ferris wheel. Okay, I guess I need to get back to the Republic streets. It seems like it's some kind of local park, pedestrian zone. Let's make a quick look. It's a so-called Цветной Boulevard. It's like colorful boulevards. Here I see that seems like it's a amusement park. For a little kids. Merry-go-rounds. So, would you like to visit Tyumen? What the hell? No description. Well, sometimes shit happens even in the towns like this. Look, this the statue to the clown. Or Yuri Nikulin. He was a clown, and he was a head of the circus in Moscow. And he is also an actor, one of the most popular and most significant actors in the Soviet Union, mostly comedian. But he was able to play the, let's say, serious or dramatical roles as well. Pedestrian parts, so it's like a huge park. Not huge, but like it's more like park. Цветной бульвар, colorful boulevards. Look, the guys are playing chess. E2, E4. The whites are going first. E2, E4. Iman de Valera, thanks for your live streams in Russia, Sergey, and education. My awareness of Russia has improved enormously. Get a free coffee on me. Thank you big time. I do my best. I do my best. More of attractions.
Почему нас не снимете, мы гости?
Давайте сниму. Я сам гость. Прекрасно. Вы откуда? Вы откуда? Майкоп? Пермь, Майкоп. Окей, got it.
Тюмень лучший город земли. Ура!
She said Tyumen is the best city on earth. That's what Tyumen itself used to love to say about itself. The best city on earth. Yeah, people are pretty patriotic in this city. Ferris wheel. You can take a ride for 200 rubles, which is $3. Россия, Россия. Россия. Valeria Rogers, Russian people seems the same as US. Yeah, I've been to the United States and seems like the majority of people are have the same cultural code, if I can say so, same values. And also I remember that about like 2 weeks ago, I accidentally got to the video which was showing the United States of 1970s. And look, what's also interesting, it's a documentary. And it's not made by the Soviet television. It was made like by the Americans themselves. And what I saw there in that documentary it seems like pretty much what it is Russia now. I mean, from the point of view of how really how to say, careless people were. Yep, yep. In Russia, we love fountains. Okay, but let's get back. Let's get back to the Republican Street because we yet need to reach the embankments. It's really good embankments from what I saw in the videos when I was preparing to this live stream. And this is a four-level embankment. This is a pretty tall embankment because of the just a natural landscape. And I'm really looking forward to see that. Okay. Today we are in a city of Tyumen, which is 18th, the largest city of Russia, with a population of 807,000 residents. This is the gates to Siberia, same as Chelyabinsk, where I was yesterday. This is the town which is considered as, in some ratings, even the most comfortable city for a living. This city control an oil in this region. In the same time, here is no oil exactly here, but it's in a region, but they control it here, charging the taxes. So from one side, it's like rich city. From another side, it's ecological city. And also here is a huge readiness of the local government to invest a lot of money into the infrastructure. McDonald's. My coffee. Stalinist architecture. This is the most wonderful thing. Let me remind you once again, for those who just joined, Tyumen was founded in 1586 by an order of Tsar Fyodor Ivanovich. It's patronymic, so it's the son of Ivan the Terrible, Ivan the Fourth, the third son of Ivan the Fourth, Ivan, also known as Ivan the Terrible. So they founded this Tyumen here on the bank of Tura River, where we go now, in order to control this region. It's the border of Ural and Siberia, and the historians telling that exactly starting from those days, Russia started an expansion of the territory to Siberia and even deeper to Far East. Then the second big power in development Tyumen got in the end of 19th century, when through Tyumen was constructed Trans-Siberian Railway. Yeah, which still works. Trans-Siberian Railway. Besides that, there also was the railway from Yekaterinburg to Tyumen. And it gave a huge impulse of the development. And finally, this third stage of the development of Tyumen was in 1960s, when they found an oil in this region. As I told you, it's interesting that an oil itself is not here. It's not here. It's not on the land of, Tyumen, but in Tyumen region, not far from Tyumen. Waiting for the traffic lights. Late Soviet Union architecture. Now I want to see the building of Philharmonic. Whoa, and what is this? Seems like also another building of the government. Or maybe I'm wrong. This is the administration of this city. Yeah. So there was the administration of the region. And this is the administration of this city. Okay, got it. Got it. I now going to look at the Philharmonic at the 10th of March 2020 of this year, right, so some days before the quarantine, I was in the concert hall of Mariinsky Theater. In Mariinsky Theater, there's actually three areas. It's Mariinsky, it's like an old Mariinsky Theater. Mariinsky 2, it's like a new hall of Mariinsky Theater, the new building. And also the third building, which is the concert hall. It's mostly for classical concerts. And look, at the 10th of March 2020, there performed exactly the symphony orchestra of Tyumen region. And you know what they played? If you're watching from the beginning, you already knows this. They played the 10th symphony of Dmitry Shostakovich. And they was good. And look, now as closer to the embankment we will go, as more of such buildings, wooden architecture, the former merchant houses we will see. Wow, it's cool. It's cool. Tyumen. It used to be the province of Tobolsk, the town of Tobolsk. It's relatively not far from here. But now everything changed. Everything changed thankful to several historical events which happens with this city. Well, as I told you, mostly first, this is when through Tyumen went Trans-Siberian Railway. And the second is, of course, the oil industry. (1914). Look, it's a pre-revolutionary building. Imagine 1914. The Tsar yet was alive. Nicholas II was alive yet. 3 years before the fall of Russian Empire. Now this looks more like a university. Now this is an art center. I checked my Google Maps. It tells an art center. Another nice church. It's a Spasskaya church, an Orthodox Christian church. I already told you that, yes, in Tyumen, most of the population, the majority here Russians, like 86%. And not hard to guess that most of the churches are Orthodox Christian churches. Tyumen, by one of the ratings in 2018, admitted as the most comfortable city for a living. Okay. eighteenth largest city in Russia, which is not that bad, because I told you that in total in Russia 1,115 cities. So to be in a first 20, in top 20, it's pretty good. Also, they love to say that they have the most beautiful girls here. But it's just not only Tyumen loves to tell about it. Another example of wooden architecture. Whoa. Wow. Look, yes, with the wooden window frames. That's what I love. They are much better than plastic shit. Wow. Wow. Awesome, awesome. This is Tyumen, and this is Tyumen. This is Tyumen, and this is Tyumen. This is Tyumen, and this is Tyumen. And now this is Philharmonic, Tyumen Philharmonic. Yeah, those guys, they were coming. Tyumen Philharmonic Symphony Orchestra was coming to St. Petersburg, and that was great. They played 10th Dmitri Shostakovich Symphony, which is completely dedicated to the death of Stalin. He was inspired with the death of Stalin. Grand piano. Yeah. Philharmonic. So everything is okay here with the cultural life. You remember I started with showing the biggest drama theater in Russia. Now this full-featured Philharmonic, full-featured symphony orchestra, which in March of this year played even in St. Petersburg, and I personally was listening to them, and they were good. They were good. And I can really say they were good because they played the symphony that I know so perfect. And if it would be shit, I would tell you. I would easily recognize that. But they were good, okay? Now it seems like started the district where we can see all that wooden architecture. Wooden and stone pre-revolutionary architecture. Also, I noticed that a lot of cyclists here. However, it seems strange they don't have bicycle lanes, having so many cyclists here. But maybe this is just a question of time. It's just a question of time. Sometimes the traffic lights pretty long here as well. But finally we go. Some suiciders here as well. There is a lot of suiciders in St. Petersburg. I mean, those ones on the motorcycles, driving with the high speed in this city. And some of the suiciders here as well. Typical merchant house. On the first floor, they used to have their store, or how to say, the mall. And on the second floor, the merchant himself and his family lived. Seems like here is only facade. And above these facades, they are constructed two more buildings, not an original. merchant houses. Wow, Tyumen. Another awesome opening for me. Another awesome opening. That's that's why what I'm talking about when I'm telling you that I don't like to suck the contents of a finger. That's why now I invest maximum of my efforts to bring the new contents from all over Russia.
А что это вы делаете?
Это лайвстрим,
Это что значит?
прямой эфир. Я вывожу прямые эфиры на новый уровень, доселе невиданный уровень, когда можно смотреть все, что происходит в жизни. Это прямой эфир из жизни, а не какой-нибудь там, скажем, летсплей, когда геймеры сидят и играют в игры. Благодаря развитию технологий, благодаря тому, что iPhone, допустим, уже дает хорошее качество картинки, и тому, что LTE уже позволяет это все передавать.
Ну вот сейчас кто-то смотрит это, да?
Да, 423 человека смотрят, вот 419, вот.
А тюменские именно, или нет?
Нет, в основном нет. Ну, есть несколько тюменских, вот пишут ребята. Даже мне там подсказывают, куда идти. Окей, Прокофьев. Coffee shop, which is called Prokofiev. They really love Prokofiev here. Prokofiev. Sergei Prokofiev. Don't forget, yesterday we saw the monument to Prokofiev in Chelyabinsk. Now here is Prokofiev coffee shop. Yesterday I told you that if you want to know more about Prokofiev, you can start learning him with listening to his piano concerto number 2. Number 2. This is my favorite out of his concertos. Especially pay an attention to cadenza. In the middle of the first part of piano concerto. Prokofiev. Вот let me tell you that Рахманинов, Prokofiev, Stravinsky, Tchaikovsky, it's like all the genius. And of course Shostakovich. But Shostakovich, this is the gods of the, like, how to say, the documentary music, more like a Soviet music, you know. But if talk about that period, it's Prokofiev, Rachmaninov, Stravinsky, and Tchaikovsky. Tyumen, Tyumen, Tyumen. friendly girls of Tyumen. The guest house of merchant Kolokolnikov. This is a big time. Okay, this is the square dedicated to fallen fighters of revolution. The fallen fighters of revolution. So it's another little square. Wow, what a mansion. Look at this. What a mansion. Payment. Somebody's former mansion. Would you like such a mansion? Or too small for you? By the way, you remember I told you that in the years of World War II, the body of Lenin from the mausoleum on the Red Square in Moscow, I said that it was evacuated here. So back then, it was exactly where they, stored, evacuated. So in the years of World War II, this was the mausoleum. Then it was the Agricultural Academy. So in the building of the Agricultural Academy here, they placed the body of Lenin. They was taking care about Lenin, even in the years of World War II. They never wanted the Nazis, if they will capture Moscow, to do something with the body of Lenin. They never wanted that. Wow! Look what a nice constructivism. Whoa. Whoa. Can you see this? Can you see this? I wonder if you can see this. Nice constructivism. I think 1930s. Whoa. Now you see that girl was walking near me and she said she never saw that artwork on the building. You see, the locals are pretty often undervalue the stuff which is around them. Only now, when I paid an attention to that artwork, or how to say, fretwork, she also paid an attention to that. So you see, I opening up the city, not only for myself, not only for you, but even for locals. Because I'm awesome, and I'm bringing the live streams to a whole new level. I'm now going to the embankments of Tura River. Where is the embankment? A big embankment. 4-level embankment, thankful to the natural landscape of that place, of the embankments. Wow. It's definitely a pearl, the real pearl of Ural / Siberia. Whoa. Whoa. Россия. Это Россия. Вы меня слышите? Can you hear me? This is Russia. Россия, величие, мощь, невероятнейшая глубина истории, культуры, архитектуры, литературы, труда, промышленности. Russia is a greatness and power, unbelievable depth of the history, culture, architecture, literature, industry, scientific minds. So Tura River. Here is the embankments. Россия, Россия, вы послушайте меня. And this is the pedestrian bridge, which is now called like the bridge of people falling in love, or like fallen in love bridge, means fallen in love people bridge. Nice vent bridge, cable bridge, but this is no good. On such an embankment, they could provide the power outlets. I love Tyumen sign for photograph, but I love that sign much better than this one, because this one seems so standard. I mean, like the one like this you can see in many cities. They only change the name of the city. But that one was more original. Тюмень. Тюмень, Россия. Now this is the State Institute of Culture. But it seems like it used to be maybe a market. Fallen in Love Bridge. And look, it seems like they are now also constructing another embankment, but on the other side. You see, there goes the works, construction works, which is pretty good to have the embankments, wonderful embankments on both sides. If you like Tyumen, don't forget likes, okay? Don't forget about likes. Tyumen needs your likes, okay? Tyumen, 1,800 kilometers from Moscow, or this is exactly 1,000 miles, because we know that there's 1.8 kilometers in 1 mile. St. Petersburg is even more distant, in 2,555 kilometers. And at this road trip, this is the most distant point, because already tomorrow, let me remind you, I will go to Yekaterinburg. So I will not go deeper to Siberia, unfortunately, but I will go west, northwest. So I will go to Yekaterinburg, and then little by little we're moving to St. Petersburg at home. Ural River. This is where in 1586 they are founded, Tyumen, by an order of Tsar Fyodor Ivanovich, the third son of Ivan IV, Ivan the Terrible. They are founded, the fortress here, that to control the lands on the way from Ural to Siberia. And that's actually what with started the expansion of Russia to Siberia and even deeper to Far East. The embankments. Whoa, I saw the flashing. I saw the flashlights. Look, there's the bushes which are saying Tyumen. Yes, we say Tyumen, not Tyumen, but Tyumen with a soft N. There's the soft sign. I know that for many foreigners, especially for English speakers, it's like a problem. But you just need to get used to this. It's a huge embankment, actually goes for 3 kilometers long, and there's going to be another one. Tyumen. But the biggest development Tyumen got in the end of 19th century when through Tyumen went Trans-Siberian Railway, and then it was finally finished with the development of an oil industry in 1960s. So they started to dig an oil, and the money started flowing like crazy here. Boat rides. Tyumen is awesome, that's for sure. Wow, you see that?
Аккуратно, комфортабельно в теплоходе. Время отправления 21:00. Продолжительность прогулки 1 час. Приходите, никто не открыл.
Another Orthodox Christian cathedral. It seems like there goes a whole recovering of the church, which was probably lost in the years of the Soviet Union. Tura River. Tyumen. Wonderful Tyumen. Wow. What an awesome Sunday I've got in Tyumen. I guess tomorrow it's gonna be not a worse time in Yekaterinburg, which is the fourth biggest city in Russia, which is the capital of Ural region. Yekaterinburg with almost 1.5 million residents. The first biggest city in Russia, Moscow. Second, St. Petersburg. Third, Novosibirsk. And the fourth, Yekaterinburg. And that's where I go already yesterday in the morning. And the live stream will be like usually about this time. Well, not exactly this time because I stream already for more than 2 hours. but like this, but 2 hours before, okay? So it's like 6:30 p.m. Yekaterinburg time or 4:30 p.m. Moscow time. Tyumen, admitted as one of the most comfortable for a living cities of Russia. Let's go down. Look how much of granite here. Wow. What a huge solid granite tiles. People are hurrying up because they are feeling like soon here will be the rain. Probably there the rain already going. A lot of granite. Tura River. Once again. Tyumen. Those who just joined, let me tell you, it is located in on the border of Ural and Siberia. Same as Chelyabinsk that I showed yesterday. It is also considered as the gates to Siberia, but just on a little bit different altitude. It's like pre-Siberia. So it is located in 1,800 kilometers from Moscow and 2,555 kilometers from St. Petersburg. And this is the most distant point in my recent road trip. Already tomorrow, the Siberia, but I will go west, northwest. I will go to Hi, dude. So I will go to Yekaterinburg, then to Perm, which is also a big city, Perm. And then little by little I will getting closer and closer to St. Petersburg. Actually, on the way to St. Petersburg, I will have to reach 2,555 kilometers, but I guess even more because it's like direct distance. But when you go through the roads, it's longer. Yeah, Mark, what a stupid joke. Embankments. Well, I told you that because of just a natural landscape and a pretty high coast, you see. Here is four level embankments. One level there, second here, where I'm staying now. There's the third, and there's the fourth. This is admitted, this embankment admitted as one of the best in Russia. But I think the best, really the best, is in Kazan. Which is the capital of the Republic of Tatarstan of Russia. Look, they also have Moskva. Cruise ships, river cruise boats. But cargo ships here as well. It's awesome. Awesome, big time. Whoa. Tyumen is definitely an opening for me. An opening. Huge opening. It's like during the Golden Ring trip, for me was the opening Suzdal. Same now for me opening Tyumen in the Ural region. And in the Volga trip, for me, the opening was Sviazhsk. Sviazhsk. Even though this is just a small island, town island. But it's also like so unusual.
Вроде ты вообще здесь должна ложить. Просто
Ronald sent the super chat. I'd give NFKRZ a haircut with a dull knife. Okay, thank you that you are not forgetting the super chat messages and super stickers. Also, that you're not forgetting supporting these road trips at my webpage, which is realrussiablog.com/Ural. Okay, because that's how exactly I formed the budget for the road trips. You know, when I came from my previous road trip to Karelia, I was in St. Petersburg and I was collecting, just saving up the money for a new road trip, and here I am in the Urals. Already the third town, city. I started in Ufa. From Ufa I came to Magnitogorsk, which was the first video. Then I came to Chelyabinsk yesterday. Today I came to Tyumen. Tomorrow I will go to Yekaterinburg, and after tomorrow I will go to Perm. Eric Gorder 1, hello to Sergey, with love from Eric in Minnesota. Yeah, thank you all. Yeah, I need to be ready. I need to be ready now to run away, to hide somewhere, and to call taxi. If now the rain will start. Look, because there, the cloud is already so freaking dark. And it seems like where the lights, there is the rain. And possibly it goes here. Tura River. And look how many granites here as well. Whoa. It seems like they was full of money. It seems like they was never cared about money when they were making this embankments.
Мы просто похуя.
Once again, let me show you the levels of the embankments. First level, seconds, where I am now. The third is there, and the fourth. It has become possible. Wow, look, the lightning turns on. Whoa, and there. Это Россия. Россия. Величие, мощь.
Маме покажу, как она вообще.
Salute, some fireworks. Well, not as big as on a Victory Day, but still. The bridge, Fallen in Love People Bridge, getting highlighted as well. And the light changing the colors, which is pretty great. So the, wow, sailing, look at that. Good, good. So such a multi-level embankments became possible just thankful to the nature landscape. Here is a pretty pretty high level. It's like at least 20 meters. President of the world. Any single Russian women? I think a lot of them single. A lot of them are single. Okay. The weather is pretty warm. Pretty warm. You know, I was driving here today for 7 hours. For 7 hours, and it was worth that. John Zintovsky, gorgeous live stream, definitely worth $5. Stay dry. Thank you. I will try to stay dry. I really want to stay dry. Okay. It's interesting that many ladies are with the flowers here, okay? Okay, you're asking to show the bridge once again? Come on. Fallen in love bridge means fallen in love people. Most влюбленных. I'm actually glad that I came here when it was yet kinda lightful, and we had a chance to see the embankments like yet when it wasn't yet that dark, and now we can see this dark in the dark with all the lights turned on. It's good, I think. And owl. Александр Коротков. Это Россия. Спасибо. Да, this is Russia. Alexander Korotkov wrote, "This is Russia." Pedro Martinez, thank you. Вот посмотрите, Россия, Россия, величие, мощь. Не устаю это повторять. I never get tired to repeat it. Russia is a greatness and power, unbelievable depth of history, culture, architecture, literature, music, scientific minds, common sense. Wow, you have no idea how many granites here everywhere. Sarah, great evening, beautiful city. Thank you, Sarah. It's so great that you are not forgetting about the super chat messages, which form the budget for all of these road trips. Wow. Hoo-hoo. Tyumen. Fred Sobel. All Americans should be troubled to see the stark contrast between the stability and beauty of Russia's society and the frigging mess of American cities. Tyumen. Tyumen. And the Tura River. Cotton candy. Awesome to me. Awesome. I believe tomorrow in Yekaterinburg it also must be great because Yekaterinburg, this is the capital of the Urals. It's fourth biggest city. I mean, like, don't take an attention Moscow and St. Petersburg, and it will be like the second biggest city in Russia. The biggest city in Russia, Moscow. Second biggest, St. Petersburg. Then goes Novosibirsk, and the fourth biggest, largest city, Yekaterinburg. And this is the largest in the Ural region. And Novosibirsk, it's like the capital of Siberia.
Иди и полежи фонтан. Осудит.
This is Tyumen. This is Tyumen, and this is Tyumen. Don't forget tomorrow, Yekaterinburg. After tomorrow, Perm. Big time. Wow. Tyumen definitely became a big opening for me Same as let's say during the Golden Ring tour, the opening was Suzdal. Now this is an opening of Ural road trip for me. Yes, Yekaterinburg is a former Sverdlovsk. Россия, Тюмень. Прекрасно. Eric Gorder. Sergey, I saw a Russian movie on Google called T-34, and it was awesome movie against Nazis in World War II. The tank had Perm written on it. Yes, it's normal when they were writing the names of the cities on a tanks. Perm. It's also big city. It's big city Perm, and I'm really looking forward to see that. I never been there, and Yekaterinburg. It's actually going to be a great city because this is the city named after Catherine the Great. But unfortunately, it is also connected, related with a pretty bad event in the history of Russian Empire. There was murdered the family of Nicholas II and Nicholas II himself, the last Russian Tsar from the dynasty Romanovs. Noro Beach, very beautiful. You have opened our eyes and changed our view, showing us the real Russia. Oh yeah, thank you. I do my best. Especially this year. I'm not stopping. I never stop. And I'm glad that finally nobody freaking can tell me that, oh, you show only Ufa, St. Petersburg and Moscow. Because recently, starting from the middle of June, I already showed you Samara, Ulyanovsk, Sviazhsk, Kazan, Cheboksary, Nizhny Novgorod, Moscow, Sergiev Posad, Переславль-Залесский, Rostov the Great, Yaroslavl, Kostroma, Ivanovo, Suzdal, Vladimir, Petrozavodsk, Lakes Onega and Ladoga, Kizhi Islands, villages Kinerma and Kindesovo, Ruskiala Park, Karela Park, Ivangoros on the border with Narva and Estonia actually, Vyborg, Pskov, Novgorod the Great, now Magnitogorsk, Chelyabinsk, and now we are in Tyumen. Tomorrow, Ekaterinburg. Okay, dudes? Okay, I guess little by little I need to go upstairs. I need to finish this live stream because, well, it's dark. I already showed you everything what I could show for today, and I also now better need to take care to go to the hotel to get a rest. I will get a rest. I need to chill because tomorrow in the morning another long road trip to Yekaterinburg, and also I just don't want to get under the rain again. I don't want to get sick, you know. Though it's pretty warm here, you know. Now even in the Urals it's plus 27 now, plus 27 Celsius. By the way, now I'm walking through the how to say, walk away for disabled people or for mothers with their carriages, wheels, or maybe for like bikers who don't want to go by steps. And we have a chance once again to see Tura River, the bridge of people falling in love. That's how it's called. And the embankments of Tyumen on the background. I told you about the mothers with the carriages. So now you saw yourself. It's pretty comfortable. Tyumen, founded in 1586 by an order of Tsar Fyodor Ivanovich, the third son of Ivan IV, also known as Ivan the Terrible, to control the territory in between of Ural and Siberia. In the end of 19th century, Tyumen got a huge breakthrough thankful to joining the Trans-Siberian Railway, and a lot of commercial traffic, trading traffic, went through Tyumen. And finally, in 1960s, here they started to develop the oil industry after they have found the oil in Tyumen region. That's how it's really got developed big time. And now this is 18th largest city of Russia, which is pretty good, because I told you here is 1,115 cities in Russia, and to be in top 20, that's good. It's really big. Here is 807,000. The boat cruises. Big time, dudes. I keep enjoying the embankments of Tura River in Tyumen. Yeah. And they are singing the patriotic songs there. Big time. I hear the thunderstorm, not only the flashlights. So the rain is getting closer and closer. Okay, going to the position where I can request the taxi to. Okay, dudes, now here is where I have to say bye for today. Thank you for watching. It was an awesome day, absolutely a beautiful and awesome city. Absolutely opening for me. This is way more than I expected. I loved it big time, and definitely here is the place where I would love to come again. And yeah, I'm sure this is far. This is first, but I'm sure not the last visit. I will come again. Thank you for watching. Thank you for discussions. Thank you for, of course, like super chats, super stickers. Keep supporting at realrussiablog.com /Ural. Ural for more road trips, for this road trips to keep going. In the end, let me remind you once again that tomorrow I go to Yekaterinburg, after tomorrow to Perm, and then little by little I will keep moving to the west, and after all I will reach St. Petersburg, I guess, on Friday. But all the week long, yet nearest at least 5 days, will be on a road trip. We'll keep bringing an awesome and original, unique content for you. I'm not the one who suck the content out of finger, and show all the same deadbeat shit. Okay, thank you. See you tomorrow. Same time, minus 3 hours. Okay.